Hi, my name is Emily. I'm originally from Nebraska. I grew up on a farm in rural Nebraska. I then attended Creighton University for undergrad, where I majored in neuroscience. I received the Department Award for the top student in neuroscience major when I graduated. I then went straight through to medical school, where I attended Creighton University's School of Medicine Phoenix campus in Phoenix, Arizona. I have an abundance of experience both mentoring students who hope to go to medical school as well as serving on a medical school admissions committee. I served on Creighton University's medical school admissions committee for all 4 years while I was a student there. This involved reading dozens of applications, taking part in interviewing students, as well as actually sitting in the meetings where we discussed students' applications, their interviews, and ultimately decided who got into medical school, who was on the wait list, and who got off the wait list. So I feel very confident in having lots of experience in this realm and that I can provide you with really valuable advice on what admissions committees actually look for and what will make your application stand out. I am currently an orthopedic surgery resident at Rush University Medical Center in Chicago. I am so excited to live in Chicago and train at one of the top orthopedic programs in the country. After residency, I plan to pursue a fellowship in an orthopedic subspecialty. After that, I ultimately envision myself pursuing a career in academic medicine. I've always had a passion for teaching and mentoring and have been involved in teaching to some extent every stage of my academic journey thus far, and hope to make that a big part of my future practice. That kind of leads to me to be passionate about this role and take part in mentoring future medical students. In undergrad, I received the award as top student in the neuroscience major. I also served as student president of the college during my time there, and this role really allowed me to connect with a wide variety of students and learn how to kind of communicate with and relate to students kind of from a wide variety of backgrounds. As a medical student, I received a multitude of awards. Ultimately, I received over $200,000 in various scholarship awards. I also, on a national scale, was recognized by the Orthopedic Shoulder and Elbow Surgeons Society. This prestigious award was only given to 10 medical students during my year. I also received national recognition from the Ruth Jackson Orthopedic Society as a medical student as well. In terms of involvements in medical school, one of my involvements I was most proud of as a medical student was my collaboration with the Arizona State University's School of Biomedical Engineering. In this role, I got to work with groups of engineering students in their final year as they worked on their capstone projects. So this really allowed us to work on medical device innovations or innovations in technology that would ultimately help future physicians. Through this role, I was able to work on developing synthetic meniscus materials and various surgical equipment that will actually make a difference on the future. So it allowed me to tap into my creative side as well as my innovative side. I also served as a coach all 4 years of medical school with an organization that worked with kids and adults with neurologic or orthopedic impairments. I served as a track and field coach as well as volunteered with their kayaking and archery departments. These roles not only allowed me to connect with a wide variety of students, but also really taught me how to motivate people in high stress environments. I believe the key to success in medical school is being a well-rounded individual who has interests outside of medicine. It's really easy to get burnt out as a medical student and get overwhelmed with the amount of content you have to learn so quickly. But the key to succeed despite all that is having something outside of medicine that can really take your mind off of things and just allow you to escape. And so it's really important to be a well-rounded individual going into medical school so that you have hobbies and things that can really allow you to relieve stress while a medical student. I think what sets me apart in terms of medical school consulting is really taking the time to get to know each of my students. I don't want to know just what their involvements are pertaining to medicine. I really want to know their true and authentic story. And I think taking this time to get to know them as individuals really allows me to help them craft an application that tells their true authentic story. Not just a story they think medical school admissions committees want to hear, but something that'll really stay true to who they are as a person, stay true to who they are, what their unique story is and what their unique motivations are, and not just be another cookie cutter application that looks just like the rest of the hundreds of applications that a person has read. And so what I think is unique about me is I really allow students to kind of let their guard down. I think I provide a welcoming and comfortable environment that really allows them to kind of relax a little bit, feel comfortable in telling their true story, and not just write down things that they think I want to hear or what they think an admissions committee wants to hear. I think what also sets me apart as a consultant is my unique background. You know, I'm not someone who grew up knowing I wanted to be a doctor. Another thing that's unique about me is I come from a place in the country where very few people pursue a college degree, let alone a doctorate level degree. And so that being said, I didn't have a lot of guidance. I didn't have a lot of examples set before me or mentors kind of set there already for me to look to for advice. And so I think a lot of my medical school application journey was done independently, and looking back was a lot harder than it needed to be. And so I'm someone who is passionate about providing the support that I didn't have going through the medical school application process to really turn a complex process into something that's a lot easier to navigate. I think my greatest strength as a coach is helping students feel comfortable and confident in their own story. I'm someone who comes from an unconventional background, and I think that really allowed me to turn an unconventional background into a compelling story. And I think that's something that I strive to recreate in each student I work with. I help them become confident in themselves. I help reduce the stress in a process that doesn't need to be as stressful as a lot of people think it does. And I really help students feel comfortable in their own shoes, which then comes across as an application that's really authentic and is able to highlight their strengths in a really genuine and compelling way. I really want students to get away from what they think applications committees want to see in an application and really stay true to their unique experiences. And it's really my role to help them see how any of their life experiences can relate to not only why they're going to be an amazing medical student, but ultimately why they're going to be an incredible physician. I'm really passionate about helping students achieve their goal of medical school because I know nobody accomplishes this journey alone. I'm passionate because I lacked the support that could have made this journey easier, and I'm here to provide that support that I know students need to succeed. I've always been passionate about mentoring. I think it's really important to give back to others when I know I didn't get to this point in my journey alone either. And so I'm really here to help students find the confidence in themselves and really reduce their stress in a process that might be complex, but doesn't need to be as difficult as it often seems. I think everyone deserves support. Everyone deserves help and guidance in achieving their dreams, and everyone deserves a shot at medical school who has that dream for themselves. I'm here to provide that support. I'm here to make this process less stressful, and ultimately, I'm here to help you find confidence in yourself to then ultimately get to that next stage in your journey to becoming a physician.